Hi everyone, as promised, a few more of these compact fluorescents. I found this bag upstairs which are not the same ones as what I have put up previously. As you know, I've been sorting the loft out, almost finished sorting the loft out, and these are a few more. Now, some of these might have been also mentioned, or the same type might have been mentioned in the last video, but I realise there's lots of people out there who are interested in these. My knowledge of these is not too bad, but it's certainly not good. So what we'll do, we'll go through these. If anyone's got any questions, please leave a message and I'll try and get back to you. But I do know there is quite a bit of interest in these, and as I say, well, going from the comments I've had from the last lot, so it's been quite interesting. Anyhow, without further ado, as they say, we'll press on. The first one I've got was from our good old home base. I'm pretty sure one of these was mentioned upstairs. But anyhow, the reason I show this is the actual lamps, or the lamp is one continuous tube made into that shape, was actually loose in the plastic moulding. So what I did, I put a little bit of super glue, just a tiny amount in each one of those, and it's good as gold now. Oh, this one's actually made in Hungary. You've got your wattage, 185 milliamps, 240 volts, 50 hertz, and of course the CE mark. Screw base, Edison screw. Pop that in there so it don't get mixed up. Another one of a similar shape, may have been made in the same factory as the last one, I don't know, although the last one was Hungarian and this one I believe is China, so at least I think it's China. It doesn't actually say. It's called Philex, which is very similar to the name Philips. So if someone was looking at this quickly, could think, I've got a Philips lamp here. I mean, in fact they haven't. This is often the case in some of these bulbs. The box outside it's printed up almost the same, but when you look at the name it is slightly different. So there's the details on that one. Another Edison screw. I could plug all these in and try them out, but it's going to take a long time. But what I'll do, I'll put this one in with 230, so we're okay. I put these on the variac, as I say. Even when you know the voltage, always put the variac at 0, which I've just done. Wind her up. It's about to strike. Well, at the moment it's not very good. It's on the full voltage. And she doesn't really want to know. One loop is completely out. The other two are okay. I'd say that lamp is probably, it hasn't been used for a long time, so it's either on its way out or it just hasn't been used enough. Some of these I've had for a few years. My main interest is in the filament lamps, but you have to have some of these, and also some sodium lamps, mercury vapour, and so on. But main interest is the filaments. Anyhow, what have we got next? Oh yeah, I've got this one. Well, I showed one of these before, but it had a rubber covering on. In fact, this one did originally. The cover's been taken off to show you inside. This is probably a Megaman made lamp, I think it is. This was sold by IKEA. And if you look on the side there, there's a little bead of mercury in there. Which I've never seen before except on this style of lamp. Well, I say this style of lamp, this particular style, not common with normal compacts. There's the data on it. It's a 240 volt lamp as well, and that is made in China. But so I think by the Megaman company, and someone else confirmed that it was Megaman as well in my previous showing of these. Now, I'm going to keep this little video fairly short. Here we have a genuine Philips. But it's made in China. People's Republic of China. It's called a Genie. There's the date on it. This one too is a few years old, with the Edison screw. Give you an idea of the size, not enormous. And we're talking about Philips. I also think I showed one of these upstairs, so I won't linger too long. Ecotone Ambience, and this one's made in Poland by Philips. CE again, to do with Europe. There's the cap again, Edison screw. Well, I've got several of these. This is called a Halo Nix, name I've never heard of before. There's your size, it's pretty small. It's quite a small lamp actually. And they would fit into a holder which would take these. The inside there would be a starter, probably a neon or an argon starter, but the ballast or choke would be in the actual holder. So these would have to be in the right holder for the right current rating or wattage rating of these. Halo Nix. That style of lamp. We've got another one here. This is obviously a different wattage. And the name on there, let me bring it up. Nava. That's a German lamp. Nava's a well-known make in Germany. I believe they were based in Berlin. If I'm wrong, someone will correct me. Feel free to do this, because this is how we learn. It's definitely a German one. It's an old lamp as well. I think these I got from a job lot, you call it. As a lot of you know, I go around many boot sales. Unfortunately, I just learnt that the last one I went to on yesterday, Wednesday, in the morning, was the last one for this year. it's not going to start up again till May. I was talking they might try and open it again one last time this coming Saturday, but the weather doesn't look very good, so it probably won't be opened. Anyhow, as I said before, this particular one at St Heliers Hospital, the ground outside, has virtually taken over from the old Wimbledon. So I'm pleased that it has taken over, but very sorry it's not open the whole year round. Anyhow, enough of boot sales. There's the lamp, also get an idea of the size. As we're on this type of lamp still, I've got another one here. What I've got, what I haven't got. This one's called Phoenix. Another name that I don't know anything about. Phoenix, that's a similar sized tube. Notice the end is slightly different. The other one, the tube joins right over. This one has the join there. There's one tube joined up. Phoenix. The one in there is the same type of lamp. That would have been by Philips PLCC. Virtually the same, but it's a double tube. I won't take it out, I've only got one hand to use. There's the end of the tube, so it's about the same length as the last one, but instead of a pair of tubes or in a group of two, this is in a group of four, but once again it's the same tube just joined up, and that would have a different ballast or choke from the last one. Yeah, we've seen that one, 3 stars. That was in one of the other tubulars, I think. Maybe in that one there. Quite confused really. Anyhow, there's 2 types which are not, well, I say they're not common, I don't know. I think I showed one upstairs the other time, which was out of a fly zapper. These 2 are just normal lighting tubes. The smallest one I think came out of a hand lamp, and that one there I think is a little bit, this is a bit bigger. It's got a sort of some writing on there, but it's not very clear. But these are a somewhat special type of lamp. They're compact still, but slightly different. I'm going to speed up a bit. See the pin arrangements on these now. This one, I don't know what's happened there. At least I think I know what has happened. This case, the actual starter should have been in there, but for some unknown reason it's been taken out. I don't know why. So that's what's happened there. Here's the German Osram. Data on the side. Excuse the dust that is on these. As I say, these have come out of the loft, so they're going to be a bit dusty. I call it antique dust. Now this rather unusual base for that type of lamp has come out of a plant growing arrangement. The plant arrangement was a way of propagating plants over water. You had like a water tank, and you would let the plants root up into the water. I don't know whether it's a good idea or not, but it had two lamps which would be arranged above the plants, and so you had to buy their very expensive lamp, which is that one that they call it a grow bulb. It was a special bulb, and you had to pay a lot of money for it. So what I did was to change the holder and took that type of holder out and replaced it with an Edison screw holder. And now I can get normal Edison screw grow light type lamps at a fraction the price of this one, and use that, which funny enough I haven't used. It's in the greenhouse at the moment, and that's where it stays. I've got two of them, both from a good old, well, one was from a boot sale, I think one I got from eBay. Anyhow, that is the lamp that it would be. And unfortunately the other one that came with the actual lamp itself was broken, so I had to change them both over to Edison screw. Only got a few more now, which you've seen. These, I think I've shown you these ones before. Well, not these ones, just they're probably duplicated. You've got a little Phillips one in there, the 5 watt. That's the size of that small one I showed. I won't take it out. That's it's made in Holland. I've had these a few years, and as I go around the boot sales, you see these things and say, oh, that's interesting. You pick it up and the seller normally says, oh, take it away, or there, 50 pence or something like that. So you don't say no, you say thank you very much and add it to the collection. So that will be all for now. I don't know, is there anything else? Anyhow, any questions, please ask. I will get back to you. It might not be straight away, but it should be. So once again, many thanks for looking. Thank you.